A thread on a major Japanese website asked its users, when you buy a game, do you complete it all the way to the end? With varying answers, like, if it's a shit game, I'll quit playing. Or I only buy one game a month, so I'll play it to the end. I don't really do the collecting achievement stuff, though. Sometimes I'll buy a game and end up not playing it, which it was actually a really long thread. And that made me wonder, how have our gaming habits changed over the time? And does it matter for, maybe which genre? Because here it was like, I'll finish action adventure. I'll finish RPG. I don't care about fighting or racing driving. 2 words.
I'm personally guilty of all of these. I do have games that I've beat to 100% completion. I have games where I've beaten the storyline but then didn't care anymore. I have games that I haven't finished. I have games that I haven't opened.
Which games have you not even opened?
I haven't opened The Force Unleashed. It's still sealed in there.
The first one?
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
I never got around to it. That's just a thing I haven't done.
I'm going to disappoint you. I've never opened Skyrim.
Now, see, I can understand that. That's a daunting game.
It's a lot.
After I bought it, it took me a long time to get myself ready, to sit down, and put a lot of hours into it.
I've also never opened Forza, but that's just because I don't like racing games.
I'm not a racing game.
I got it for free. And,
I much prefer silly madcap racing games to serious.
Karts?
Yeah, karts
I love
and
kart
motorcycles to you have to do the turn exactly right on the line and throttle back and change. I'm so terrible at that.
Well, one of these people said, I bought Final Fantasy XII when it was first released, but haven't touched it in a year since reaching Chapter 12. I bought SimCity and I still haven't installed it. And that made me think, what did I do with Final Fantasy XII? I played every single side quest until the end, and then I just chose not to complete it. And I'm wondering, why did I do that? My sister is really mad at me for not completing it and just getting stuck on all the side quests and spending all these hours on them. But I feel like maybe I liked that game so much, I just didn't want it to end.
Enormous games are tough because you get burned out on them after a certain amount of time. Maybe that's 300 hours, but it's hard to do everything in one sitting. And then once you step away from it from a while, it's hard to get back into it.
Because you forgot where you were.
And you forgot what you were doing and all the different side quests and what you were working on. So.
Well, I liked in the new Batman Arkham Asylum, they kind of give you a rundown of what you were doing.
Yeah,
and you jump back in, it's like, before this, Poison Ivy was mad. And then you met the Penguin. You're fighting the Penguin. And then you're like, oh, I get it.
But, I mean, if that recap was true for me, every recap would have just been, you're working on the Riddler challenges. You were trying to figure out how the fuck to use your boomerang like that.
You were in the toy alley, and you were kind of trying to figure it out, and you fell off the building, and then Bane called you a loser.
Also, I think this article touches on the difference between games from our childhood and games now. Mm-hmm. Because it used to be, if you didn't complete the game, you had to start all over again. There was a password, like Super Mario Brothers. You had to beat that game in one sitting. If you wanted to complete it, you had to do it. There was no, I'll save and come back to it later.
I wasn't allowed to play games at that stage in game development, I guess.
That's
See, my
sad.
parents thought...
Are you overcompensating now? You have a
they
gaming
made
show?
such a mistake.
Yeah.
No, they were like, don't do that. You're a girl. Don't do that.
Ooh.
And then I was just
Gender roles.
Don't you push your gender roles on me. And I went to my male cousin's house and played the hell out of Punch-Out. And it turned out really well for you parents.
Another game where you can't stop, pause, get back into it later. You have to complete it if you're going to beat the game. Mm-hmm. Beating the game isn't so much an accomplishment these days as it was before. Games are designed to be beaten now.
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
The challenge is they have to add 1,000 points worth of achievements and 100 side quests so that we keep playing.
I thought about that, and I realized I don't have any platinum trophies
I don't either, but I do have several 100% completion games on the Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you an achievement whore?
Very much so. I am an achievement whore. But and to that end, my achievement score is not impressive by any stretch of the imagination because I don't have a lot of money for games. So I kind of just play the games I have.
Well, you know what? We're not on Xbox One yet, so I
true.
can loan you some games. No, they changed that policy.
Yeah. But yeah, I do strive to complete games to 100% as long as it's within my ability. Mm-hmm. A lot of games that have online components that were get to the second prestige level, I'm like, well, I'm never going to do that. So I'm just not going to 100% this game.
What I'm wondering is if adding all those achievements and trophies and points, did that hurt or help us? Is it too daunting now to finish a game? I mean, we were talking about in the old days. we would really go for it. Before there was any achievement at all, and it's just like because we love the games. Is it now just all too much? Is it too much pressure?
I don't know. As of right now, I still probably have more hours logged on games before achievements and trophies than after. Obviously, that will eventually change, but I don't want to say that it's because of achievements. If there were no achievements in Fallout 3, I still would have put 300 hours into it. I guaranteed.
Well, maybe it does depend on how much you love the game.
Could the same be said for Fable 3? Absolutely not. That game is pretty bad. But it was free, so I'm playing it.
So I shouldn't go get it? Because I was told go get it, it's free.
Oh, it's free, definitely get it. You don't have to ever play it, but it should live on your account. It should take up a little space on your hard drive.
I have a really big hard drive, not to brag.
I've heard.